Hey everybody. So today we're going to be looking at gold press latinum. As you can see here, there are four sizes. This is not gold press latinum, but it's been used as money as well as a pass card on DS9. I believe all of these were designed by Robert Delgado in the first season of DS9. If you're looking at these, let me turn this around because maybe you can actually see that here it says Dana and Bear. This particular piece of gold press latinum was made by Bear Burge in the first season, actually before this even started. As the show progressed, they decided they needed other sizes. Well, there's this one here, which is much worse for wear. And this one says Mike and Shauna. It's missing a bunch of the writing and so on here because I'll explain to you how this happened. And then there's the almost smallest one, but not really. This one says Max and Scott. Now, going back, this particular one was made by myself, Michael, hence the reason Mike. The smaller one here was made by Max Cervantes, because that's his name and Max's first husband. Then we have the little tiny piece of gold press latinum. I believe this is called a slip. Now this one, actually, I have to make sure I'm holding it the right way so you can see. This right here says Lana, and the other one, this particular piece was drawn by Jim Martin on DS9. And I'm wrong. Sorry. Not. This one was designed by Jim Martin. And it says Jim. And then a character. And then I can't make out the name. Maybe you guys can. Put it in the comments below if you can recognize what that says. But anyway, so that's the smaller one, and I also made this one. Going through how things are made, once again, the original of this larger one here that Bear Burge made, this was a piece of acrylic, about a 1/2 inch thick tall. It's actually more like 3/8, with a 60 thousandths piece of styrene glued to the top of it. And then these strips here were all styrene, glued down. But all of the lettering and glyphs that are inside of this are all tape. Yes, I said tape, like masking tape. You know, once again, to give it layers and to make it look different. And also to do it quickly, because we had to make these very quickly, and we had to make quite a few of them straight off the bat. This one, which I made, is also a piece of 3/8 inch thick acrylic and a piece of, I believe this is 30 thousandths styrene to give this other detail piece here. But in my case, instead of me using styrene for all of the straight lines, I ended up using tape. And that's why you can kind of see through these sections here, because the tape is missing now. And ripped out of here and so on. Same thing with this one here. This one, made by Max, is a piece of 1/4 inch acrylic with, once again, tape on all of these straight pieces and that eye thing, which is here and here and there. But once again, another like 30 thousandths piece of styrene over the top, which is Max engraved into the styrene surface instead of trying to cut it all tiny and everything. Once again, I believe Bear made the first one of these in basically, I think this was a day, and we had to make a mold, and I believe we had to cast 40 of these in a very short amount of time. Then as time went on, as I said, I made this one, and we had to make a lot of these too. And then Max, of course, was doing this one, and I'm pretty sure that Max and I made these at the same time, because they were going to be having a whole huge showing of them playing, I think it was Dabo, and they needed stuff all over the tables. Then later on, as time went on, Quark was going to be going back to, I forgot, whatever the Ferengi planet is. And we ended up getting this from Jim Martin and him telling us we needed it immediately. So this one is actually 2 pieces of acrylic. The base acrylic is this green, acid green plexiglass. And the top piece here is a piece of acrylic that's just been ground out and sanded very quickly and then engraved. And then the 2 pieces glued together and molded very quickly. This piece was originally supposed to be like a boarding pass, but for some reason it ended up being used as money for a different race. I don't know what that race is, because I don't remember. But basically, we decided on this particular piece. I made this, but if you see here, this is a bear claw. Well, this is kind of like what Bear uses, Bear Burge, uses as his calling card on things. This is Max's calling card, his little M there. And then, of course, at that time, I was really into Forbidden Planet. It's one of my favorite films. So that's the C-57D. So I decided to put that in there. But there are other things in here that are kind of interesting. This is almost like a footprint. And this is a chicken leg. So why a chicken leg? It was just something we did because we needed to put some glyphs in here. And, you know, as you can see, we kind of take some liberties to do the glyphs the way we decide we're going to do them. This is the Ferengi money. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. And if you feel so inclined, please support me on Patreon. Thank you.